Yeah. So thank you for joining, Rajesh. Uh, we are doing right
Mhm,
now Easy 305 Microsoft Certified Azure Solution Architect. And yesterday we have seen that we have done a couple of things like we have done some AD Active Directory sort of things. We talking about some studies about how uh, the things going on with uh, high availability point of view. And then we're talking about some application services, log metrics, monitoring sort of things, Azure things we have done it. These are back controls we have done in our previous sessions. So today we actually privileged identity access management. We have done it. So today we are just going to do some design identity and applications, Azure resources, VM, identify access resource manager, how you're going to be creating the costing, okay, the technical things, costing and evaluation sort of things, and what are the things are important perspective once you're going to doing it. Okay, we talking about yesterday KMS, key management service into the Azure and how the things gonna be working into the same. Okay, then we discuss about some SQL databases, manage engine instances, Azure, Synapses Analytics point of view. Okay.
mhm,
So today we're just talking about some data factory, data bricks, data lake storage generation one, and Azure data lake storage two, and we discuss about some Azure different type of services. You can see that into the some SQL managed instances, SQL databases, and Windows machines, how you're going to create, and we discuss Azure Cosmos DB databases. You can see that we have Azure storage, table storage, time series, radius, and different type of storage sort of things. So this is what we are going to do the designing and implementation sort of things. You can say that. Okay. So
mhm,
this is first topics. If you're going to take this is Azure Data Factory. So the thing is, we will going to do the all those practical sessions, which once you're going to understand all those concepts, and then we can going to be continue with all those lab sessions later on. So the matter of fact that once you are going for the cloud security point of view and the infrastructure point of view, so the matter of fact that the architecture, designing, implementation, deployment, integrations with cloud computing things, different services, and you need to understand the infrastructures, the architectures, how the usage point of view, what is the pricing, what is the costing, what is the technical things into the same. So these are some very important things we going to be covered in the sessions. And this is all about you are going to help into the cloud consultant role. And suppose
mhm,
you are working as a cloud consultant, then it is very important for you to understand the management skills about the cloud computing things. Yes, technical things are important, I can understand, but same times the managerial skills are most important part, because the thing is to understand here that if I'm talking about here that what are the costing parameters of the things, what are the technical parameters into the cloud computing, what is the architectures, okay, what are the designs point of view like. So that's why we are going to working in this Azure, like the use cases. If you are understand, we have some azure.com, and then we are discuss about some different type of use cases about the different services about the cloud computing things. So suppose this is the same thing, and then if you're going into the same, then we have all those services are there into the cloud computing things. So it is about you are going to be clicking one or two or three clicks, you are going to be create all those things. So it's more important, I am talking about here, it is use cases, where you're going to
mhm,
deployment, where you're going to integrate, where is the costing, what type of cloud computing solutions do you requirement, at industry solutions point of view. Like I'm talking about some energies point of view, government, retail, healthcare, financial services, gaming. So I would say that once you're going to implement, okay, you have a project will be coming in your company that, hey, you are going to implement a cloud computing things. So the thing is to important here. It is the two things is okay. A very important perspective. Like I would say this implementation of cloud computing things. Okay, and then you are going to do migration cloud computing. Okay. So company, there are the two very famous scenarios you're going to be coming into the cloud computing things. You're going to be implement. Okay, the first time implementation of cloud computing things is very important. Okay, this is it's a new site design. Okay, new site design, and you are also going to do the old site. So Rajesh, the thing is important here that you are the part of different domain, okay, the different industries. So you can see we have use cases we are talking about here. So suppose right now you're working in energy industries, government agencies, media and entertainment, and financial services, healthcare industries, retail industries, gaming industries, and manufacturing industries. So you are going to implement the cloud computing into this industries, different domains. And suppose you are existing working in a company and you're going to migration the cloud computing things. Okay, so the thing is in new implementation and existing on premises already you have an infrastructure, IT infrastructure will be there. So you want to migrate to the cloud computing things. So the two scenarios is important. And the thing is to understand here some use cases. Use cases are most important because different industries have different type of use cases are very important. Like I'm talking about here the healthcare industries. Okay, healthcare industries have different type of strategies you are going to be create. You need to be make sure that hey, what type of healthcare industry. So healthcare industries just try to understand they have some patient data. Okay, PHI, patient healthcare information data is important. So what type of IT infrastructure are important over there, right? Suppose you can say that we have EMI, uh, MRI images, we have different images going to be opening it, and data should be different type of data should be available. So different strategies for the healthcare industries. Retail industries, you have different type of strategies like supply chain sort of thing. Manufacturing have efficiencies and reduce costing parameters. Gaming industries, both right now you're in the gaming industries. So we're talking about game industries use cases. Right. So once you are in the Azure of game development, the thing is to understand here, before you're going to be creating the architecture, designing, implementation of cloud computing things, and suppose you're going to be creating the migration of your infrastructures, try to understand the domain, which domain you are part of it. I'm talking about all those things as a cloud consultant point of view. Okay, you are a cloud consultant. You are working as a cloud consultant, okay, or a cloud manager, cloud implementer, or whatever, different tools right now in the different industries point of view, right? And cloud security is very famous right now. Every companies are looking for a cloud security professionals, you can say that, okay, and they are going to be working all those use cases. So first of all, and if you're talking about some cloud consultant, your role is new site development or the old site, okay? Understand the first thing you're going to keep in mind once of things, and then you you're going to creating a strategies, and then just try to understand over there that what is the domain you are working, right? Like I'm talking about healthcare industries, we have different type of industries, you can say that, okay, we have, suppose we can going here, and then we have different industries, we can say that industry solutions, energy industries, retail, gaming, and different industries are there. So the matter of fact that we have different industries are there to the cloud computing concepts, right? So it's the gaming industries, manufacturing, financial services, healthcare, different industries. Okay, then understand the domain, okay, the industries you're going to share, okay, then you can going to make a strategies of the cloud computing. So what is the strategies I'm going to adopting it? So I'm talking about all those practical scenarios because I'm working for the past 15 years in the industries. So first of all, we have going to get a new project. Okay, suppose Rajesh, you are going to get a new project of the company. So you should keep in mind that, hey, what I'm going to make a strategies point of view. Right? Technical part is different thing, but the management part is different thing, right? So you come to
Mhm.
differentiate versus the technical management versus the technical versus the management sort of things. So once you're going to getting the project, you're not going to technical things. First of all, understand the industry, understand the strategy, understand the use cases, understand the implementation and migration sort of things. You're going to make a planning of it. Okay. Then we have use cases like gaming industries, like you are working in a gaming industries. So
Mhm.
the matter of fact that what you know about the gaming industries are important over there, right? Like which things you required. Okay, like we require deliver low latency, reliable gameplay, secure, scale your gaming multiplayer services, understand the react to player behavior, then you game as service, right? So that matter of fact that you should understand the business first of all, like what the business is going to be requirement, what the business is going to be work into the same. Okay, keep your game playing and all those things that I understand, and then I'm just talking about the architecture designing. Okay, like we have different architectures are there. Basic game servers hosting on Azure, synchronized multiplayer using Kubernetes services, in editor debugging telemetry references. We have synchronized multiplayer Azure Fabric multiplayer service serverless architecture, and have non-relational databases. You can say that. So suppose we have multiplayer serverless architecture we have, and we have fabric sort of things. It looks like that. So what is the best architecture design fits in your environment? Understand?
Mhm.
So which is the
Mhm.
best architecture is fits in your requirement? Like we have basic gaming server hosting on Azure. Like this is the first thing is all about. And then suppose you say, sir, we have multiplayer serverless architecture will be there into the same in a company. So yes, we can going to the architecture. So this is, however, it is going to provide the architecture as as per the Microsoft, but you are going to make some changes as per the requirement from your company's requirement end, right? So this is the architecture. So if I'm talking about here the device integrations, we have Ad queue, we have traffic manager, resource groups, Azure Event Hub. So the matter of fact that as well as IT infrastructures, you going to be understand the security point of view. And you can see we have first, second, third, fourth. So what are the different type of things are working? You just going to be understand step by step, and you are going to be create the architecture design as per your company requirement. Okay, the thing is, what would be the costing? What should be your idea? Like we talking about here that in our first sessions we have discussed about the how the architecture should be work in the company. Okay, what is the best fits in your company requirement? So on the MS Visio, you are going to create your company own architecture designs. You are taking the help from all those things. So we have add to the queue. We have required the source groups. The source groups are the part of in the traffic manager. It is going to traffic manager going to help you out the health checkups and sending the traffic to the different domain, different servers. You can say that. Then we have event hub is there. Event hub is sending the request to the badge and players Azure functioning, and it is sending the request to cache radius. You can see, and we
Mhm.
talking about some Azure functions and digital game server pools will be there, and then we have different type of the function services are working into the Azure part, right? And then we event hub gonna be providing information and made notification distributor functions gonna working, and then request distributor. So the matter of fact that you should understand the internal architecture designing about the different architecture. Okay, suppose you're going to be creating it, providing through architecture to the different teams. So the understanding of the architecture, this is what the most important things you should be understand into the architecture design. That's what I'm talking about, some different type of architectures you should be understand in cloud computing things. And the matter of fact that the use case is a most important point of view. That, hey, which is the most important, which is the case? Suppose we have very simple architecture we're talking about here, right?
Mhm.
So this is the gaming thing. We have gaming industries, and you can see we have device client. Okay, this is all those clients, like I'm the client for you. Your company is hosted in the US, okay? And I have sent a request to the company, right? This is Azure, all those, this is Azure environment. I'm hitting on the public IP address of your company naming or gaming company, okay? Suppose you have some website, you have some gaming a website sort of things. So I have hit on the public IP address. Public IP address had hit on the NIC, network interface card VNet, and virtual machines is working all those internet, your game is configured, and at the back, the disk storage will be there. Okay, and you going to create some NSC, network storage groups, NSC, which traffic allow or which traffic we're going to be deny, and then the resource group. It's all are the part of one resource groups. So this is very simple architecture diagram of the gaming things we're going to discuss about, and then we have step by step what the things you're going to be creating it. So the matter of fact that once you understand the architecture designs, it's very simple for you to configure in the lab environment. That's what I'm talking about. The lab is second priority. First of all, understand the logics behind it. Why this particular things I'm going to connecting it. That's why the architecture design going to be created by the person. The packages will be high, more than technical person, because he is going to use in his mind where I going to connect what would be the correct architecture designing. So this is a very simple architecture design. I can say that. And then we have different architecture designs you're talking about here. Okay, this is suppose this is the architectures, non-relational architectures we're talking about here. So this is the architecture. Device coming from here, upload the code sending, then web services are the part of this sending it, and then it is basically sending a request to the SQL server at the database. Suppose you have hosted SQL database servers same time, and then it is sending a write permissions to the Azure cache for radius. Okay, and then it is also device client gets records same time, how we're going to get the records, and the Azure cache is going to working at the same time. So this is, you know what, we have going to create a resource groups. We're going to be connecting all those Azure web apps. You're going to be creating it. So once the client going to be sending a request, uploading or get records, all those things, hitting on the web apps, and web apps going to be connecting to the Azure SQL databases and Azure cache for the ADS point of view. So this is your internal, the architecture designs of your company's point of view, because the thing is here is non-relational leaderboards and references architecture. So as per the requirement of the company, what should be you are going to do architecture designs. So you can gonna be create, okay, of the architecture designs, how things gonna be working. So we discuss here about this is the gaming servers, and this is your Cosmos DB. And then it is the Azure functions gonna be working, what functionality is gonna be working so far, and then Azure functions. And yesterday, if you remember, we discussed about some Kubernatives. So Kubernatives are basically going to provide some architecture designs and also going to create some virtualized things is all together in our. And if you are able to see, we discussed about some Kubernatives yesterday. So Kubernatives is going to provide some virtual architecture same time to you, how you're going to be creating the other designs, all those things. So this is architecture diagram will be there, and then device client